Brad, the last few weeks I've had different coronavirus type business ideas.
Okay.
I'm just going to keep them coming. I got a new one this week. We had ice cream truck. We had drive-in movie theater. This week, bubble soccer. Try and find me another sport that's more quarantine approved than bubble soccer.
Bring back bubble soccer, yes.
Yeah. You're like isolated. There would be no sharing of the bubble balls. You would do a good wipe down before each usage.
Of the bubbles?
Whatever. Wipe down. Hey, your bubble, your choice. Wipe me down.
Your ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should get Cuban on the phone.
Well, why stop at soccer if we're going bubble? Why not go bubble basketball?
Bubble basketball.
Bubble ball.
We could get Double Bubble involved as a sponsor.
Bubble water polo.
Oh, that would actually be good for people who can't swim that great.
Right. For all ages.
Great. All right. Coming soon to nursing homes, Bubble water polo.
That's funny, Jake.
What's up, YouTube? That's right. We are on the website, youtube.com, finally. And we're here at Chick-Fil-A Lenexa. Our guy right over there, Drew Severance, our friend of ours. He's the owner-operator here.
The Drewster.
He let us in, letting us film in here, and we're so excited.
Cockle-doodle Drew.
That's what everyone calls him every single time.
That's true. It's true.
And so, yeah, we're here. We're excited. We got some, this is an operating store. Obviously, the dining room isn't open because of, what was it again?
I think they had some kind of bacteria in one of their fryers.
That's right.
They call it Corona fryers.
There it is. But they're still operating, and so they're letting us come in and record our podcast, so we're excited.
Yeah, it's kind of funny that we're like it's obviously still going on, but it feels so slow because we're in the area that no business is happening, and so it's like, is really anything going on right now? But
this is the main thing going on right now.
People are flowing through that drive-thru right now.
Oh, you bet.
Chick-fil-A Lenexa. Get here. 87th and 435.
Brad, how's your week been?
Man, I'm gonna be honest. The last 3 days have been what we would call rough. Specifically because we're doing something called I don't know if you've heard of it. It's like a newer thing with kids, but it's called potty training.
Oh yes, it's where you teach them how to pee.
Yes, specifically pee not in their pants.
Is potty training a dog different than potty training a kid?
Honestly, I Googled potty training tips, and one of the first things that came up was like, just like if you're potty training a dog, and then fill in the blank. So
reward them with treats.
Right.
Think about getting a shock collar.
Just throw them outside every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's been really rough. Honestly, it's been like I'm not cut out for this. I feel very proud of how I act normally as a husband and a dad, but
not with poo poo pee.
I don't want to be a good dad when it comes to potty training. I just want to let Catherine do it all. I'm like, I can't do this. It's too hard.
How did you do when you first had Hattie and you had to wipe the bottom? Were you good with that?
Oh, I could wipe butts all day. Yeah.
That's going to come in handy when we start the bubble ball business too. You can be a head wiper.
Head wiper.
I would like to offer you the position now as head wiper.
I'll take it.
Thought about going wipist and then
head wipist. Yeah, I have wipe supremacy, I think, is what they call it. I'm pretty good at it, so
if you're one of the best.
I'm a wipe supremacist, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But anyway, it's just been like, man, I'm ready to give up. This is like the third time we've like half-heartedly tried to potty train, and every time it's just gone, like after a day, we're just like, forget it. We'll do it later. This time, I'm ready to give up myself. So
I got to say, just a great idea, good timing on Catherine's part.
That's what I'm saying. She walked in the other day, Hattie did, in her underwear. I'm not going to use the P word that Catherine uses because I think it's awkward.
Oh yeah, I don't like that word either.
We're not going there.
I had to rifle through a few before I got to what you're talking about, but yes.
Sorry, yeah, it rhymes with schmanties.
Yes.
And we don't like it. But Hattie calls them that, and I'm like, hey, what are you doing with your undies? Whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, she comes in her undies, and I look back at Catherine and I'm like, you're crazy. What are you doing, Hattie? Like, why are you trying to do this? We're literally having a baby any day now. Maybe by the time this podcast comes out.
You have a kid.
Yeah, another one. And Catherine's like, no, this is the right time to do it because then we'll never do it once we have a newborn, which kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But why didn't we have this foresight at the beginning of this pandemic where we're supposed to stay inside all the time?
Yeah.
I can't blame her though. She's my wife, so I have to love her and support her. But it's been rough. Today, Catherine went and visited some of her friends and gave them some cookies. And in the meantime, Hattie and I stayed back in her undies, and she was refusing to go try, quote unquote. And so I was like, okay, you know what? Rather than forcing you to try, I'm going to steer into the skid a little bit here. I'm going to put out a nice picnic blanket that's it's like that kind of material that wicks moisture pretty well, like wicks liquid pretty well. And so if she did go to the bathroom on it, you could wipe it up pretty easily.
Okay.
So we put a picnic blanket on the living room floor, watched TV, and while we were watching, I said, anytime you need to go, just let me know. Just let me know. I'll put your little potty chair right here. You can go. And
did you keep rhyming the whole time?
And then if you have a rip in your shirt, we can sew. No. Oh. I did not rhyme the whole time, but it was pretty sublime. I'm trying to rhyme. But anyway, so we were watching the show, and I asked her probably every 5 minutes, hey, need you to go potty? No. And then just all of a sudden she stands up and she says, I want a snack. And I said, okay, well, we're only gonna have snacks if you go potty. We're only gonna have snacks if you go potty. And then all of a sudden I just hear this stream, it loud enough where I thought, what is that noise outside?
Yeah, are the firemen testing the hydrants? What's going on?
Are the lawnmowers here? What's going on?
I didn't know they uprooted Old Faithful from Yellowstone National Park and put it on my driveway.
Right, exactly. Yeah, who's borrowing our hose? And then all of a sudden, no, it was right below me. And I felt it, and I heard it, and I said, Hattie. And I tried to throw her on the little potty chair. Too late. And so now she's peeing all over the floor, and we're just having to take it. And I don't like it.
Does it make you want to get hardwood floors everywhere?
Yes, honestly, 100%. Because she peed on the carpet. Because we have some parts that are carpet, some parts that are hardwood floor, and it was just it was a mess.
That's gonna get in the carpet pad.
Man, I tell you what. You know how Catherine also cleaned the carpet today? Whenever Hattie peed on it, is she used shaving cream. Ever heard of that?
I've heard of the word shaving cream, but I've never heard it as a cleaner.
A carpet cleaner. I don't know. That's the thing.
It's just southern things. It's just different.
So anyway, that's how I'm doing. She's not from the South. She's from Texas, so get it right. Just like I'm from the Central West,
I love that that's become a recurring thing because no one really knows, and everyone's got their own opinion.
Right.
And I'm sticking to the Middle East needs to be a thing.
Yeah, so anyway, Jake, how are you, man?
I am well. Both of my roommates went out of town this weekend to see their ladies, so it's just been me at the house.
How do you like that?
Oh, I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty introverted, or more introverted than people would think, so especially during quarantine, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I do just fine. I thought about making an Instagram story, which would have been fun, because I haven't made one in, I think, 35 days.
What?
I haven't made a story.
Wow.
It's been over a month. And I realized, I think it's because I always do that as an outlet, no one else is around. So it's I'll just go and seek gratification from this because I don't have anyone to talk to. But in quarantine, you got people to talk to.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
All day long.
Yeah.
So I got close yesterday, but still didn't.
Do you have I know you have a list in your phone of different potential jokes. Do you have different potential Instagram stories as well?
No, not for stories.
Okay.
Always just bigger videos,
it's
for
more
Trey and stuff.
Yeah. It's more let's just think of something on the fly right now.
Let's combine The Bachelorette and Shark Tank or something.
Ooh. Are you doing it?
That was last episode. We talked about that.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
You and I. You're oh, that sounds kind of cool.
Well, it's funny. We're recording on Monday afternoon, and I haven't listened to today's episode that just came out this morning.
Right on.
No. So, anyway, that's funny. You're right. We did do that. We're so funny.
Gosh.
This podcast is great, man.
But no, I've been good. I've been watching slightly more Netflix than normal. I finished the O.J. Simpson documentary. I started watching Outer Banks and then was I think this is made for people 16 years old that are women.
Never heard of that.
Stopped. And then I started watching, I watched Django yesterday.
Django.
Here's something. Slavery was so bad.
Oh, yeah.
It's something that I don't think about very often, but Django makes you think about it.
Hot take, yeah.
And it is just, I can't believe we did that for so long.
Yeah. It was really uncomfortable. I saw that movie in theaters, and when I was watching it, there were all these black people that were just laughing the whole time. And I was like, this is not funny to me.
It's the biggest black eye that our country has ever and probably will ever have.
Yeah. It was, whatever. It's crazy.
Good movie, though.
Good movie.
Watched Django, and then I've been watching, not as much as you, but The Last Dance, the MJ documentary. We got to talk about it.
Love it, dude. I
first turned it on, thought it was about dance moms.
Right.
I kept waiting for dance moms to show up, but that's the thing about dance moms. They show up when you least expect it.
So you kept watching.
So I've seen the first 2 episodes. It's mainly about Michael Jordan, and they don't they showed some cheerleaders during one of the scenes.
Oh, yeah.
But
You're like, here we go.
Okay, now it's happening. But then it was the end of the episode, so I got to wait till next week.
I told you that I watched Narcos Mexico. Remember this?
Yeah.
And like,
you thought it was about narcolepsy. It's like, when are they going to fall asleep?
Thinking like, yeah, they're going to fall asleep soon. I kept thinking Narcos Mexico. I knew like Pablo Escobar was like the main character of Narcos, so I was like,
anytime now.
And so he comes in like episode 4, and I'm like, oh, here we go. And
Pablo time.
I didn't realize it wasn't Narcos. Like it was the first Narcos thing I ever watched, so I just thought it was, like this guy must have a really good part if he's only in here for 15 minutes, and he just makes every commercial that you see on the show.
It's an honest assumption, though, because if all you see is Narcos Mexico, why would you assume that's the sequel? You're like, oh, everyone just abbreviates it as Narcos.
I guess. I didn't know.
But then also maybe a little bit of knowledge of like where Pablo Escobar's from.
Right. Because then I Googled like Narcos, and it was like Narcos season 5. And I was like, wait, there's only one season here that I'm seeing. And I was like, oh, I'm watching the wrong Narcos. So
anyway, Michael Jordan.
Last Dance. What do you think? What are your thoughts?
If you guys don't know, it's a documentary, a film career. It's not really about Michael Jordan. It's about just the Bulls 97-98 season, which is kind of cool. It's just like a little microcosm of Jordan's career in a way. And they
it
go
definitely
back.
Focuses on Jordan more than everybody else.
Yeah, they talk about his life.
So did the 97-98 Bulls. So.
Sure. But it's fascinating. It's fun because of like most documentaries you see nowadays are either one like a Tiger King thing that's like, sure, recent, but I had no idea what was going on. You were learning information for the first time. Or two, it's something like I don't know, some Ted Bundy thing where you're learning about it, but it was in the past. It's like this is old information, and this is fun because like we're learning more about something that we grew up with. Like especially the 97-98 Bulls are like the oldest Jordan Bulls team for me to remember that won a championship. Like I was 7 years old when they won that, and I remember that play that Jordan did. He pushed off Byron Russell.
Yep.
He hit the shot at the elbow in Utah, and then he did this fist pump afterwards. Because I remember in my driveway, I would do that too. I would try to hit the same shot, and I would hit the fist pump. And I remember that team. So it's fun to like peel back the curtain and see so much about this team that I loved.
Right.
Like my Bulls in my head are the Tony Kukoc Bulls, the Steve Kerr Bulls.
Totally. Me too. I don't remember B.J. Armstrong except for on NBA Jam.
Yeah.
I don't remember Bill Cartwright very well. I remember having their cards back in the day, but I didn't know who they were. I just knew they were on the Bulls, so I was like, I'm going to keep this one. But yeah.
I love it.
No, me too. I think it's so fun because it's cool to see how all these people that are younger than us, like we have a lot of people in our lives, Jake, since we've done youth ministry that are quite a bit younger than us, like Isaac McDonald, like guys that we love and that we're close to and that we forget sometimes are so much younger than us.
Sure.
Like Isaac is literally 10 years younger than I am. And so sometimes I think I have Isaac as like 4 years younger than me or something, but he's never even seen any of Michael Jordan ever play. You know what I mean? Like, and so
would be very surprised if he's ever downloaded anything and burned it onto a CDR.
Sure. Yeah.
CD-ROM.
For sure.
Yeah.
Or a DVD-R.
Or a CDRW. That's what it was. Those are read-write.
Yeah.
You had to get the read-write ones.
Anyway, so it's cool to see those people that are like, oh, wow, Michael Jordan scored 63 points and he didn't shoot 3-pointers?
Yeah.
Like, what? And then there's other people that are like...
And scored 63 points and lost a playoff game.
Also true, yeah. So anyway, just it's cool to see like those people that are now having a new appreciation for Michael Jordan. It's cool like us to relive it because that's when we like first started loving sports.
Yeah.
Is like at the end of his career. Then there's other people that are probably like very into it that were watching it from the 80s and 90s. Anyway, it's just been really, really fun to watch and to hear all these backstories and see all this footage that was like literally never released.
Yeah,
just crazy to me.
One thing we need to talk about, Brad. I did something this week. I didn't tell a single other person I was doing it. Actually, that's a lie. I told my roommate as I was leaving, Greg. He said, "Where are you going?" And I said, "I'm going to go on an Instagram live stream where so the show Love is Blind." Did we ever talk about that on the podcast?
No, because I never watched it, but I know what it's about.
Yeah, it's like it looks a lot like Monsters, Inc. They all go into these doors and these pods at the same time, and then you date people without being able to look at them. Well, these people in Kansas City have started that, which props to them. A creative idea, something to do during quarantine.
Oh, yeah.
Instagram live streams where people are dating, but blindfolded. And so a friend of them hit me up, and I was like, you know what? Sure. I got nothing else going on. It was raining that night, so I knew no pickleball was going to happen. I was like, all blindfolded date some women. It went even worse than you could probably think it would go.
Really?
I went into it being like, very transparent.
Which is crazy because Love is Blind was like perfectly like executed, right? Like there was no drama.
Everything
or
went
issues
great.
at all,
They
right?
all ended up together, and no one had any like questions or qualms with like the process as a whole. Everyone's like, this is how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And so then you add in a live stream aspect to it, and it's crazy that it didn't go perfect. But I went into it just being very transparent. Like, I'm here to do this for entertainment reasons. Like if this is a live stream, I'm not going to go into it and like ask deep questions about her family dynamic and relationships. Like this should be fun for people to view.
Let me stop you real quick. Logistically, you said you were leaving your apartment to go do this, but it was a live stream.
So one, I didn't want to do it on my own account.
Okay.
And two, I kind of needed someone to help me like invite these girls in and like it helps like have a second person since I can't see for most of it.
Okay. Because you would have been people could have publicly watched you do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to keep this for the most part in the dark.
Which is why you're now telling us all on podcast.
Yeah. And it was a great story for the podcast.
Okay.
So
so you're not asking like serious questions, you said.
Not really, but also not being like an idiot, not just like, would you rather poop out of your mouth or like have a fox's tail? You know, I'm being myself, but just like a fun version of myself. And these were not my people.
Okay.
Let's see. There was one.
How are these girls finding out about this thing?
They're like applying, like to this Instagram account. Like I would love to be like one of the Bachelorette women or whatever. And so 3 different girls get there. I will say the first one was a pickleball aficionado, so jumped off the page.
Oh yeah.
I was like, Madeline, I will play you in pickleball and I will destroy you.
Let's cross the kitchen lines and shake hands and let's go for this thing.
Let's break down some gender roles and let's both get in the kitchen. What do you think about that? And so I would say stuff like that, funny things like that, was for the most part went very unappreciated.
Okay.
And not that
maybe she was smiling, not laughing.
No, I'm talking about the comments.
Oh.
Not the girls themselves necessarily, but people just like genuinely
on the Instagram comments.
Yeah, not really enjoying me, not appreciating me, being pretty mean. Because after the date. Oh, so here's like a fun thing I did. Okay, here's you'll love this. So
I so wish I could have been there to just roast you. Like, who is this guy?
All right, so here's one thing I did. So you go on the date for a few minutes, or like however long you want to, and then it's like, all right, let's take our blindfolds off. So
this is such a great idea.
What I did, which I think you'll love too, is after maybe 5-6 minutes talking to the first girl, I'm like, all right, are we ready to take them off now? She's like, all right, let's do it. And so I take my shirt off. I'm just standing there with my blindfold on. I'm like, wow, okay, this feels better. This is fun.
I feel free.
Yeah.
You?
And she's like, I'm like, what? And just like, she's not getting it. Everyone in the comments is like, what is he doing? What is he thinking? I'm like, this is, I think, a pretty funny joke.
Sure.
And I just went so unappreciated and everything. So that got the ball rolling with just people not really loving me. Second girl comes on. I found out later afterwards that she went back and told those girls that she didn't find my whole thing very entertaining or funny. Yeah. But here's the kicker. I looked her up on Instagram. She follows Trey Kennedy. So I think she does think I'm funny. Yeah, she does.
You have similar humors.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
The third girl. Yeah. It all builds up at this. Shows up pretty sloshed to the date.
Really?
Already, yeah.
Like slush, she had a lot of Sonic, or
she had slushy all over her. I was like, come on.
Like slurped.
I showered
Slurpee.
for this.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm so slurped right now. I'm sorry.
And first question out of the gate is, what's your favorite bar? She asked me to
take. That was by you or by her?
By her.
Okay.
Good clarification.
Yeah.
She invited me to take a shot with her. I obviously don't have the things to do this.
You didn't have a basketball?
No, but I faked one.
Okay.
People in the comments did not like that.
Oh.
They did not like me. And what I realized afterwards was that they're going live from their public accounts, so all their followers are getting a notification. So the people watching are
they're already big fans.
They're already big fans of the women, and I guess not me.
Which maybe in hindsight you should have done the same thing, and people would have been defending you. Like, can you imagine Logan Cleaver on those comments? Like, he would have had your back for days.
Yeah. So everyone just wanted me to take it more seriously. Oh, I got asked my favorite drink.
Take it more seriously, like the girl that was asking you to do a shot, it was taking it seriously?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It was so weird. I felt not super bummed, but just like my head hung a little low after that. I was like, that didn't go great. That was not that fun. I got asked 2 different times what my favorite bar was, or what my favorite drink was. The first time, they said, what's been your quarantini?
Oh, boy.
And I was like, probably Mr. Pibb from Chipotle. People thought that was so stupid. And I get asked again, what's your favorite drink? She said red wine. I said chocolate milk. Got roasted over that too. I was like, it's good. It's such a good drink. These were just not my people.
It's better. It's better than red wine. Write it down right now. I don't get it. I don't get wine. Chocolate milk's better.
It was just not. What else happened? Oh, remember that Wichita State player, Ron Baker?
Oh, yeah.
His sister was the third girl. He was in the comments.
No.
So he was there.
You got roasted by a millionaire NBA player. Oh, man.
I talked about the OJ documentary. Almost got in an argument with one of the commenters because he kept saying that OJ was innocent. And I was like, there's just no way, dude. There's just no way. You cannot look at that with like impartial eyes and say that he is innocent.
Oh, man.
Anyway.
Oh, I loved it.
It was just so weird. And I guess I wasn't ashamed. It was just the drive home, like, why'd I do that? What was I thinking was going to happen?
Do you feel like maybe you need to do it again with me knowing your name and we could really revive this thing? Because I would love to watch this and be on your side the whole time. Just be like a fanboy for you.
No,
like,
I'm
chocolate
done.
milk's incredible.
Yeah, I needed a hype man is what I needed. Someone literally over my shoulder who just like would fill in where like ad libs.
Yeah, chocolate milk.
He likes chocolate milk, and then you say 2%.
Yes.
Just like right there, like a rap concert.
I'm sorry for you, man. Maybe that's why you weren't making Instagram stories, because your confidence was blown
I'm
after
gonna
that.
get roasted. Yeah, if I say anything. But yeah, oh my gosh, the chocolate milk thing just sent them off. Chocolate milk, who is this guy?
I don't understand. I know it's an acquired taste, but wine is gross, dude. Do you like wine?
If I'm gonna have it, I would prefer it to be white wine and pretty cold.
Sure.
Once it starts to get
it's
even,
not very good.
Yeah.
That's why you need it to be cold and not very strong.
Like imagine, I have a whole bit on acquired taste because like, what if I said like, oh, I like, Jennifer's great as long as like she does all of her makeup and like I'm in a really good mood and we're like with a bunch of my friends. You'd be like, oh, so you don't really like this girl that much. That's how alcohol is. Like, oh, you don't like beer? Well, it's an acquired taste. You're like admitting that it doesn't taste good right now. You have to, I don't have it. I have to acquire it.
Yeah, well, after you drink it 50 times, you'll love it.
Yeah. Spend several $100s, and then you might like it. Then you'll at least find the type.
You'll be okay with it. You'll still really like chocolate milk more, but you'll pretend like you like beer more because it's a cooler thing to do.
Think of these things and how much you enjoyed them the first time you had them. Cherry limeade.
Okay.
Dr. Pepper. Mm-hmm. Your mother's nipple.
I don't remember that one.
Oh, I do.
Okay.
They were amazing the very first time you put your mouth on them. I don't have to acquire any kind of taste for these things.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
That's my argument. I think
we're in a public place. It's fine. This guy, man. Oh, boy.
I didn't say that on the live stream. I probably should have.
Yes.
Just went on hold.
Can you imagine how funny they would have thought that was?
Gosh, I cannot emphasize enough how I've never been so unliked before. And maybe just they were a vocal minority, but it was just like, geez, I've lost it.
Yeah, really.
I really thought I was good at winning people over, but not when I'm dating their friend on Instagram.
Wow. I'm sorry about that.
So that's how I spent my Friday night. Did you watch a movie? Did you have Friday night movie night?
We had Friday night movie afternoon because we ended up having our friends Gunnar and Emily come over for a little dinner. And so we watched Jungle Book.
Which one?
The Bare Necessities, the original, the cartoon.
I always felt like me and Mowgli kind of had a similar thing going on.
Like both men?
Yes.
Both.
Yes, that's kind of where it started and ended.
Yeah.
Both little boys.
Yeah.
But I was always kind of jealous of just wearing a loincloth. I was like, that looks cool.
Well, you lived out in the country. You probably could have done it.
Not when that movie came out. It was still in Springfield.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that movie came out in 1967. So yeah, back when you were in Springfield. Yeah, Mowgli.
When it came out for me.
It's a fun movie. It's a really good one. I'd recommend it.
That reminds me. Let's go back real quick. First girl that I dated, I'm like, where do you live? Springfield. Oh, but do you live in Kid City regularly? No, I'm about to move to St. Louis. Then why are we even doing this?
Oh, yeah.
Don't even live here.
What are you doing
What
here?
am I supposed to do?
Talk to her on the phone?
No.
Gas ain't free.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Exactly.
And she's moving to St. Louis? Mm-hmm. Where's her judgment? Can you imagine?
Oh, I have some positive things to say about St. Louis. We'll talk about that later, though.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in another episode, maybe.
Different episode. Anyway, Jungle Book is great.
Jungle Book's great. Yeah, man. No other movie night things besides that. Hattie's just potty training, so.
Just pooping on the floor.
Just yakking on the floor. Actually, that reminds me of a story I have about junior high health class. Have we talked about this before? Whenever
no, but junior high health class.
It's dangerous. Yeah, it's a rich subject. Yeah. So anyway, I'm like falling asleep in the back row, and then all of a sudden I hear this kid in the front, like skater boy, like back, like a kind of a hipster before it was a hipster was a word.
Did he like? I'm going to try to tell you some things he did. You tell me if it's accurate or not. Like he had holes in his jeans.
Oh, yeah.
And he would like take an ink pen and like draw on his leg.
100%.
Like with a hole in his knees.
He tatted himself up.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
day. Yeah.
Always
had
had,
like etnies.
Yeah.
Yeah, the shoes.
Scratches on his hands. Like, what are you scratching yourself?
Yeah.
Where are you getting
long,
scratches
long
from?
like curly hair. Like how do you get your hair so wavy, John? Anyway, so all of a sudden John I'm in the back row and I just hear this. And everyone, like, of course you're in 7th grade, so everyone like pops up. Like,
Whoa.
What happened? And John had thrown up. And they get it all cleaned up and everything, and obviously all these boys are just so hyped up. Like, what was going on? What was that? That was crazy.
John yacked.
Yeah, exactly. And we have this Coach Hoke, was his name. Great voice. Kind of talks. Well, let me get into it. Okay, kind of talks like this. Kind of talks like, and he's like, all right, let's calm down. I know we had a big distraction with John yakking all over the floor.
And you still remember him saying that?
I remember that's exactly how he said it. Those exact words, yes, that exact cadence and everything. And we all lost it again whenever he said yakking all over the floor. So anyway, don't know how that came up. Oh, because Hattie was pooping all over the floor.
Hattie was poop yakking.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, yeah.
I have a new conspiracy theory.
I love it. I'm in.
I've talked about my thoughts on Mattress Firm on this podcast before.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a new one. Security Bank. Do you know what that is?
No. I know those two words, but not together.
Yes. This is the precipice of where I'm going.
Okay.
Right near my house, there's a building, or there's a bank, allegedly. Security Bank. Very nice, 2 stories, huge bank. Takes up a ton of space. It's right by the 95th and Metcalf McDonald's right there.
Oh, yeah.
Right across the street.
No, I know exactly where it is.
Oh, McDonald's. Yeah, I'm good now. I'm so convinced that they are also laundering, or they're doing something sketchy over there. Because one, never heard of Security Bank, never heard of anyone banking
Where do you
there.
bank? I bank at Security.
And it's just such a catch-all words. Security Bank. Why don't you just call it Money Bank or something?
Genesis International. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, you're just saying words.
Finance Mutual.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just like I don't even know what that is, and I just think one, kind of like Mattress Firm, people are not buying mattresses very often, once every 10 years on average.
Mm-hmm.
People are going into banks less and less. Right?
No,
why would you
never.
ever even need to go in a bank anymore?
No, never.
I was talking about this with Trey, and he's like, I still bank at my bank where I'm, like my old hometown, because all it would take for me is to go to my bank here and switch it, and I still don't want to do it. That's all it would take, just one visit, and I still don't do it.
Because there's not much of a need for it.
Because you can bank from wherever. It's all online.
Sure.
And so we've got a 2-story building called Security Bank that's brand new. Something's going on.
Whoa.
They're laundering something, and I think
maybe they're in cahoots with the Mattress Firm.
probably.
They're in cahoots with the firm.
Who do you think they're laundering it for? Who's like probably like face mask dealers nowadays? It's like, where'd you get your money?
Security
I'm a CFO at Security Bank.
C3PO at Security Bank. Yeah, Security Bank. Absolutely. I don't know, man.
Just be on the lookout.
Okay. Do you think it's a chain?
I don't know.
Okay. I'll check it out. Next time I'm there. I mean, I'll go to McDonald's today probably, and I'll be like, hey.
I got a drink from there earlier today. I'm going to look up how many security banks are in town. Because, I just think something's going on. Anyway, last week I talked about how woman at Chipotle, there's a ton of them. Oh, my.
Of course there are.
Oh, my gosh. This is like the Mattress Firm thing again.
Really?
I think we've got to equal like Chipotle to Security Bank ratio. This is crazy.
I can't wait till next week we learn that like Bank of America was bought out by Security Bank.
Yeah, it's like the 3rd largest bank in America or something. Let me count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I didn't even look that up. I didn't even know that.
That's a round number.
20 security banks for a bank that I've never even heard of.
Something's up.
See?
I do. I see the light. The security light.
Here.
All of
Taste.
Isaac.
Okay. So speaking of weird voices, last week, gosh, shout out to, we're going to get him on the podcast later, but Mr. James is here. Just had a meeting in the play place so as not to disturb us. I don't want that to go unnoticed. Thank you, James. Appreciate that. Thanks for looking out for our audio.
Mr. James.
Actually, James, are you free? Can you get in here now for a little bit? Okay, 1 second. Speaking of pronouncing names weird, last week I talked about Chipotle lady. Yaki? Order for Yaki? I went the very next day with Isaac, and I was like, this is the Yaki girl. I'm like warning him. And she comes up to Isaac and I and just looks at me and says, "You want a drink?" So it like caught me off guard a ton. James, get on in here. Because she didn't ask Isaac what he wanted, didn't ask me my name, didn't ask me anything. Just, do you want a drink? I've learned she knows my name. I think the Yaki scenario, like the whole mishap with pronouncing my name.
And you really played it up too.
Yeah, I was being.
You were ashamed.
Yeah. I think that helped her learn. I am Jake, and I'm the guy who gets the burrito and the Mr. Pibb every time. So then I went the next day. She brought out my Mr. Pibb.
No,
which is great because Mr. James is here. That's how it all started. You just go enough. And you just get it built into their minds, and then they got it ready for you.
I've only been known by one person to know their. I'll start again. There's only been one person in my life that's known my order for something, and it's Mr. James. So you got it at 2 different places. So.
And he's here on the podcast. Everyone, welcome.
Everyone, give it up for Mr. James.
Oh wow, a lot of claps.
James.
Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Hey, get in there. Put your mouth on
closer. Hey,
James, why don't you tell everyone just anything. I'm just kidding. I'll ask you a question. What's your? How did you first? I guess like your introduction to Brad and I. Talk about that, and then I want to know what's your favorite aspect of the behind the counter to like do. Like, are you like, oh, I love when I'm on catering, or I love whipping up mac and cheese.
Definitely.
Or refilling the tubes.
The
headset.
Ooh, yeah.
I love crushing some headset.
Just talking to the people
I
you like.
I love seeing the long line, and I just make that thing go disappear.
You like get fired up by the productivity.
Oh yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, headset's awesome. Introduction to you guys. Well, you guys just kept showing up a lot at the restaurant, which was awesome. I'm like, who are these guys?
Yeah.
And I would see Jake, you always work on your laptop up to something.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. So I went over and just started talking to you, asking you some questions. What are you up to? Things of that nature. And yeah, memorizing the order, kind of impressing you guys and just befriending you. Next thing you know, we're on the court playing basketball together.
Yeah,
dude. Getting sweaty. It's awesome.
Team butter.
And
we got to see you on the pickleball court soon.
I've never played pickleball, but I am excited to.
Sure.
I've heard from you guys that it's something easy to pick up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Can't wait.
I mean, literally. I mean, it is easy to pick up. I mean, the paddle weighs, what do you think, 6-7 ounces. The ball is very lightweight. It's so easy to pick up.
Definitely in my range.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sure.
You can handle it.
It's the back and forth. I don't know, the agility.
Tie your shoes.
Tie the shoes.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
Knee braces? No.
No, you should be fine.
Got it.
Have you had any fun run-ins with like people who maybe recognize you or like listen to the podcast and they've like found out who you are? Anything like that?
Yeah, there's a couple instances actually. So thank you guys for that, which is awesome.
Hey, no problem, dude. No problem.
No, a couple of middle-aged moms coming into Chick-Fil-A and they read the Mr. James name tag.
I don't think I knew about this.
Yeah, and they're just like. The first one particularly just, you're famous, right? And I was just like, what? What do you mean? And then she's like, from the Ghostrunners podcast.
Oh.
You're Mr. James. I'm like, yeah, I am.
Yeah.
That's me. Thanks.
Yeah.
So that was awesome to be kind of recognized that way. And then from one of the new employees over here at the Lenexa store, I was just briefing you guys on that recently.
Yeah.
One of the employees just saying that he listens to it. I was like, well, do you know Mr. James on that podcast? And yeah, I do. Well, that's me.
Yeah.
And, no way. And I was like, yeah, why don't you believe that? Well, I always pictured a bald Indian guy.
That is what we were going for. We were trying to like typecast you as that, and it worked.
You pretty close. Pretty close.
Yeah, if you guys aren't watching on YouTube, you're missing out on just the bald Indian man that Mr. James is. You got to look at this.
Sorry to disappoint anyone out there.
You got to take a look at it. Well, thanks for all the free food. Thanks for being our friend, all the buckets on the court, and for being our first guest ever in year 2 of the Ghostrunners podcast.
Let's go. Hey, I appreciate it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for all the cups and the videos, guys.
Of course, that's where it all started, right here. So
that's how it actually did start. So let me rewind to what we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
The initial conversation was, hey, thanks for having the cup in there, and then you guys started eating for free.
Dude, it was awesome. That was the best day of my life. We talked about it on the podcast about like how I was like, I'm pretty sure that we only get one free meal. I said I'm pretty sure we get unlimited free meals. And Jake's like, no.
Surely
there's
not.
No way. He's like, I think we only get one, is what he was saying. And then we came back the next week. It was unlimited, baby.
I was wrong.
Yeah, it may have been one, but I kind of adjusted the rules a little bit for you guys. But hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course, man.
Glad to be
I wanted
on the
people to
show.
see your face finally because you've been an anonymous person.
There we go.
Yeah, for a long time.
White guy.
Yes. All right.
Got it.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for joining us, dude.
Everyone would think like, wait, James is like your age and he's white? People would be like, no, I think that guy's a big black man, like an old black man.
I don't know why we did that or how we were able to do that, but we duped everybody.
Like people think that Catherine's white. That's funny.
That is weird. Everyone
Yeah.
assumes Catherine is like has hair and is white.
Like maybe if I started calling her Katrina, like her real name is, you know, people would understand that she's a little bit more spicy than they really. She's from Texas,
Puerto Rico.
Yeah. Anyway, oh, Mr. James, what a guy.
I've got something for you to watch, Brad. That I think you would like. I forgot.
Love is Blind.
Live stream. Something else that I watched this week. Have you seen? It's like on the Netflix homepage every time you get on it. But the coronavirus explained. It's just like a limited series.
Oh, I
one
saw
episode
somebody
thing.
recommend it.
It is kind of interesting. It's just fun to like be extremely educated, like objectively about something so relevant. You should check it out.
I feel like we've always been educated. That's why we've made the predictions that we have about the coronavirus.
when it comes to two podcasters just being so spot on with coronavirus, you've come to the right place.
Oh, man. Because of the coronavirus, we are only allowed to have one person in the hospital with us, or one person in the hospital with Catherine, a.k.a. our doula is no longer available to be there.
No mo doula.
No mo doula. Yes. So Jackie is no longer, we might FaceTime her or something, but basically it just means that I have a lot more responsibilities in the old.
You are the doula.
I'm the doula. I'm the pregnancy coach, if you will. And so it's just like, I got a whole playbook I got to memorize in a week.
Any time now, you could be thrusted into a pregnancy coach position.
Right.
I think first thing, you really lean into it. You dress in all Nike, and your catchphrase is just doula it.
Okay.
That's your thing. Just doula it, guys.
Just doula it.
Just doula it.
Yeah. Like a jumpsuit kind of all Nike.
Oh, yeah. Bright colors, monochromatic.
Ooh, bright colors. I was thinking like straight black.
No.
Okay.
You want to walk in there and people know like, oh, this guy's a doula.
Yeah.
He just doulas it.
This guy does it. Yeah.
Like Usain Bolt showing up to the Olympics in like a bright green like Jamaican flag.
Oh, can you imagine if I did the bolt as I'm walking in the Oh, yes, okay, this is good.
I think that's what you do. Catherine's about to start pushing and you're like, push it this way. Like push it out like out this way. That could be fun. Do you think you'll call like audibles and stuff for her? Like have like a playbook?
Yeah, we're gonna run the white 80 XY cross.
All right, here let's practice. So
okay.
I'm Catherine, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know how allowed to be in a Chick-Fil-A, but Brad, should we get an epidural?
No, it's too late. Too late for the epidural. People are looking at us so hard.
I thought you were gonna call an audible. We don't have to do this.
XY, I don't know what the blimp post.
Skinny, I don't know, whatever you want audible to.
I'm a basketball coach. We're gonna run the alley-oop. So you pass it and I'll catch it and throw it down.
Newborns are slippery though.
Newborns are slippery, but that's okay.
The office taught us that. Is there butter on it? Yeah, newborns are slippery.
I just imagine myself just being like, come on, you can do it. You know, just like motivational speaker, like Matt Foley-esque out there.
Yeah.
No, Doc, I can't see too well. Is that Catherine Ellis or
Muhammad Ali? Jeez, the pure strength.
It's gonna be wild, man. It's gonna be wild.
Do you think
might have already been wild? Who knows? Because
she could be in labor right now.
Holy cow!
Your phone's on airplane mode.
Holy. Oh! I told her I was gonna have my phone on loud.
No, your computer still gets text.
You're right.
You're fine.
You're right.
I do like that every time we play pickleball, Isaac asks you, Brad, you had a kid yet? And you say, no, I would tell you if I did.
He texted me yesterday, have you had that kid yet? And I thought about texting him a picture of Hattie when she was a newborn, because you probably couldn't tell the difference.
No, they're all the same.
But I didn't, because I was half asleep when he texted me. I was taking a nap. But
you have been napping more.
I've been napping. I've been tired a lot lately. But yeah, just been a nappy.
Probably because you have this burden of doula coming on you.
My gosh.
Wait, so what does a birthing coach normally do? Like Jackie was supposed to be in the room with you guys? Like coaching? Like yelling at her?
Depending on the person, I think you could have that, but probably not yelling at her. I think they just have a deeper understanding and knowledge of the whole process, and so they can both help the mother like with the process and also help the doctor, like because there's all these different options of how to have a baby. Like, obviously, there's the main way where you just push it out.
Yes.
Right. That way.
Cesarean section.
There's but there's like all these different positions you can be in.
Oh,
all these different
now we're talking.
Medicines that you can take or not take.
I like the positions one.
Yeah. Oh, I read a book, Jake.
What's it
We're not
called?
going to get into it too much because it's pretty graphic.
Tell me what it's called, though.
It's called Mama Natural's Birth to Baby something.
Oh, they wasted an opportunity there. So many things you could have named the positions to have your child in.
Oh, what are the positions called? I don't remember what the positions are called. That's the name of the book.
Yeah, no, I was asking. I think
Oh,
they could have gotten clever with that.
Oh yeah, there's all these different positions you can. There's one I think what's called the power position.
Nice.
Which got to be the one that you.
It's
do,
like
but
you're about to power clean, but nope. You push
almo-
out a baby.
Yeah, instead of cleaning up, you push down.
Everything.
Yeah, there's all sorts of different things you could do, man. It's wild. So anyway, and I think that she would just help ease Catherine's anxiety towards everything that's going on and stuff like that in ways that I think you can. You know how it's like sometimes you're almost too close to somebody, like with your spouse. I know you don't have one, but like
Thanks.
you can imagine like you get frustrated with your parents, but then if your coach says something, you're like, oh, I'll listen to the coach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like she might get frustrated and not listen to Brad, but if Jackie says it, oh, okay, Jackie's right. I can't do this.
I think I'm going to take it a step further, Lord willing, if I ever have a kid someday, have it just a complete stranger in there.
Oh, yeah.
Don't even know them. Just like, hey, do you pass out at graphic scenes? No? Okay, would you like to help my wife, like coach her through having a baby? Any position you want, we'll listen to you. We don't care.
Like that girl right there at the Chick-Fil-A, like taking the Chick-Fil-A stuff.
I would let her.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll get her attention when
She's pretty scrawny, so she might pass out quick, but she'll be fine.
No. We'll check her blood. She's got good iron.
Yeah, oh yeah. So
how many different positions are there to have a kid in, honestly?
in this
6?
book, I think there was like 6, but I'm sure
That's what all the books I've read, there were 6.
every single movie I've seen where there's something in there about it, it's always just one.
Just the one.
You just see him just pushing and sweating like a lot.
What's that one called?
That one's the Push and Sweat.
Push and Sweat.
Just Push It by Salt and Sweater.
That makes sense.
Yeah, there's all sorts of things, man. I didn't know there was options.
It seems like there could be one. Yeah. I mean, if you're going to get weird with it, let gravity help you out a little bit.
100%. That's a absolutely.
Ooh,
the thing.
They should tell me if this is in the book. You know, when you're like 2 years old and you're in that like almost like body harness zip line under the door frame and you're kind of bouncing around.
Oh yeah.
Put Catherine in one of those.
Uh-huh.
Like zero gravity machine.
Right. The baby bouncer is what you can call it, and then just have a bunch of pillows underneath.
Yeah, or like a bathtub, like
or a
filled
trampoline.
With, yes.
And then it hits the trampoline.
Baby bouncer.
Right back into your hands.
And that's an alley oop.
Yeah, that's what you call the alley and the oop.
That's why you audible to it.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. Did you know there's also a thing right after the baby's born? There's this like it's really important for them to have skin to skin contact. And so you're supposed to like take the baby and like put them directly on your chest right away.
Really?
It's like supposed to help the baby with all these nutrients and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, or all this connection. I don't really understand why you do it exactly. I'm gonna be honest, but I think it's some of that stuff.
Some guy out there listening right now is going to use this as a pickup line on Tinder. Hey, when we're first born, we're supposed to have skin-to-skin contact.
It's my birthday.
I want to celebrate my first birthday with some skin-to-skin contact.
Anyway, just some. Hey, Drew, did you do skin-to-skin with your babies whenever they were born?
No.
What a loser.
His babies are going to be sick.
Your wife
Oh,
did?
his wife did. Oh, okay. Thank goodness.
Well, never mind.
He's in the
I
bathroom.
was about to ask some more personal questions of that about his birthday gift process. I was about to say, what position was she in? That's a weird thing to say.
Yeah. Conception or birth?
Very similar in both, actually. Anyway, so it's going to be a good time. We might be distracted for our next podcast recording, one way or the other.
I know. I keep thinking like, oh, what should we do if you start to have a kid? Or like,
Yeah.
we should keep pumping them out before you have a kid in case we get a little behind.
Somebody hurt my feelings in the most rational way possible last week and said, Mr. Triplett should fill in for Brad whenever he's on paternity leave. And I thought,
Oh, like my dad?
yeah. And I was like, that hurts. But at the same time, he would be great. So
I think we should get the 3 of us on at some point. That would be the most fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll make it happen. Speaking of microphones, we forgot to mention this. My surprise to Brad was brand new audio equipment. I don't know if you could tell. Obviously, we're filming in a Chick-Fil-A, so you can probably see that it looks different, but it may or may not sound different right now. I don't know.
Oh,
but
I hope it does.
In our headphones, it sounds nice.
It sounds wonderful. I have never heard my voice sound better.
So warm, so thick. like just like molasses is coming into my ears right now.
Yes.
But anyway, yeah, this model here is actually called All of My Stimulus Money. So it's cool. You could find that on irs.gov. Actually, my stimulus money's not even came in yet, so I spent money I don't have.
Did you get it?
No.
Okay.
Me and Isaac both haven't gotten it. You've got it. Roommate Greg's got it.
I don't think Isaac's getting it. You think he will?
I think he will.
Because he's a dependent.
No.
He's not?
He filed himself as an independent, so it's like, sorry, parents. So now his parents
But I
have to
think
pay.
his parents filed him as a dependent.
They hadn't filled out their... Isaac did his 2019 taxes before his parents did.
Oh.
So sorry, Scott and Kathy.
They procrastinated.
So they just lost hundreds of dollars. A lot of money, actually.
Yeah,
probably.
a lot of money.
Thousands of dollars, maybe.
I'm sure they loved that.
Yeah, I don't think they were that happy.
Oh, man.
Should we get into some voice memos?
I think we should. Let's do it.
Okay. I just refreshed the page, and I'm scrolling down
Oh, you can do it. I've been doing it lately for us.
Oh, it's coming straight from my computer now.
Love it.
Okay. I think
we
this
got
is
a
the first
lot.
one.
We got some good ones.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Hey, Ghostrunners, it's your boy Knack Baxter. Hope you guys are doing well during quarantine. So something happened to me, and I was wondering if it has happened to you. My wife tried cutting my hair, and it didn't go very well. We ended up having to buzz the whole thing. I got a straight razor, tried to give myself a stripe. I look sort of dumb. But yeah, none of the barbershops are open. So I was wondering if you guys have had any similar experiences, like a bad hair day, or you tried to cut your own hair, or your wife tried to cut your own hair. Well, not Jake. Sorry. But yeah, just let me know. And hope you guys are doing well. Talk to you later.
Knack. Our boy.
Yeah, I met him at the Louisville show.
Louisville.
His hair looked nice then, from what I remember.
Because he was getting professionally cut.
He didn't make fun of me for not having a wife then, though, so he's obviously changed. He's different.
Hey, quarantine's changed you, Knack.
Yeah, you didn't
Come
used to be
on.
like this when you had all your hair.
Call you a Knack. Just kidding. Edit. So I have not gotten a haircut since Christmas, I think. It was the episode right before we recorded. When did you go to Mexico?
December 13th.
Yes. So that episode, I had just gotten my haircut, and I don't think
Really?
I've gotten my haircut since then.
Why not?
So for a while, I was
Saving.
kinda. For a while, I was on this. I just had this running joke challenge in my head of hey, I'm in a drought here, business wise. I'm gonna wait till I get a good order, a solid order, and I'm gonna. Because I don't have money right now, so I'm not making money. So
What a fun running joke with yourself.
it's not a joke. I don't know what it was. It was just I don't need a haircut right now. And so I didn't get a cut for the longest time. And then by the time I got some orders, it was quarantine season. And so, yeah, just have very long hair right now.
I
don't
think
know what to do with it.
In a week, things are opening back up, right? From what I've heard.
Is that
phase
accurate?
1, I think
Yeah.
in Kansas, hair salons and stuff like that is opening back up, massage parlors.
Really?
I
Okay.
think.
Oh, yeah. I heard that
Restaurants
hair-
with limited seating are opening back up, I think.
Okay, good. I know that in Kansas City, Missouri, it's supposed to be till May 15th.
Yeah. Kansas, though.
Kansas, baby. I mean, it writes itself. The jokes write themselves.
You can get massaged earlier. It's obviously the better state.
Yeah, you can get rubbed down earlier.
During a pandemic.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm very excited to get my hair cut for multiple reasons. Mostly just because it's annoying to have long hair, but it also just doesn't look the best. I've thought about having Catherine cut my hair. She cut my hair once in college, and she did a pretty good job, but it took her genuinely over an hour to cut. And so just not up for that right now.
You're busy.
Sure.
Got Jungle Book.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks, Knack Baxter. Next one is from Cameron.
Hey, Jacob. Hey, Bradford. This is Cameron from beautiful Great Falls, Montana. So this last week, you talked about starting an ice cream truck, and then you mentioned how growing up, you never really went to the ice cream man. And that got me thinking about how when my siblings and I were small children, our parents told us that it was not selling ice cream, but they were actually giving out vaccinations to kids. And that was a way to get us to never ask for ice cream from the ice cream truck. And that got me thinking, is there any lies that your parents told you growing up just to get you to not want to do something? Or, Brad, is there any lies that you are telling Hattie or would tell her because, I don't know, you just don't want her doing something? So, yeah, Love the podcast. Hopefully you're all doing well and keep up the good work.
Thank you,
That's
Cameron.
great.
That's funny. That's a good idea.
They're giving out shots.
It's the vaccine truck. Who wants one?
It's the syringe mobile.
Not a bad idea. Should we
These
start
days?
one?
Yeah. That's the business right there, especially in these times.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Do you lie to Hattie? Because if you do, you're a bad parent.
I'm sure I've lied to her before, but I don't lie regularly to her. I don't know. I don't think I lie.
Yeah, I can't remember. I'm sure my parents told me some stuff to get me to shut up or to fool me about something, but I don't remember it. I'm sure.
I will say, parents, if you're listening to this with kids who have beliefs in holiday holiday fun, fast forward the next 30 seconds. Are you doing it? Fast forward if you have kids. Okay. I remember asking my mom over and over again back in the day, Mom, is Santa real? Is Santa real? And I was the youngest, and so the cat was out of the bag for my sisters, I hope. And my mom just kept being like, yes, Brad. And then I can remember, I just pestered her enough, I guess. And she finally just stopped, and she looked at me, she goes, no, Brad, Santa's not real. And so my mom lied to me for a while about that, but beyond that, I don't remember any lies like that. I also remember, this is kind of just like a fat kid story, I guess, but I remember when I started ordering actual meals at McDonald's instead of Happy Meals.
Nice.
Thinking I was such a big kid, and I was like, yeah, I bet Julie and Dana didn't do this for way older than me. And my mom just kind of looked around, and I could just tell oh, she's been playing me for a while. I could have ordered these years ago. I was getting a Happy Meal until I was 8th grade. No, I'm kidding. But those are the only two things I can remember like that.
I would lie to my campers every now and then for fun.
Oh, yeah.
But never my own children.
No, not yet.
We'll see. But that is fun. The vaccine truck is coming to the neighborhood.
Can you imagine all these what would you think about these other kids, your friends running up there hey, you know they're gonna stick you, right?
Yeah.
Why are you going?
Yeah, Jeremy goes once a week. It must be
Some
sick.
kids just like that stuff.
It must be sick.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Cameron. Next one is from Mackenzie.
Hey guys, this is Mackenzie from Austin, Texas. I'd like to weigh in on Texas definitely being the South, mostly because I think we invented the term y'all, and also I feel culturally I could go knock on someone's door and be like, hey, I need help, and they'd be like, yeah, I'm here to help. Also, here's some sweet tea or Waterloo or a freaking margarita. I don't know, and they would help me. Also, it should be known that I did grow up in North Carolina, which I also believe is the South for the same reason. I know that's been debated.
Yeah.
So that's my hot take, and I stand by it. Also, Jake, I'm jealous that girl gets to be your dentist for the rest of forever. Would you like a personal trainer for free for the rest of forever? Because let's do it. I'm down. Let me know. We all function on Zoom right now, so why not? Okay, great. Minute's almost up. Love you guys. See you later.
Okay, there's a lot in there. What is Waterloo? When does she start becoming my trainer?
I just Googled it. Waterloo is a type of drink. It's like a LaCroix.
Makes sense that water be in the title because that's basically all it is.
Yeah. Tantalizing aromatics for a delightfully bubbly drink.
Huh.
Nah.
I don't want any Southerners coming to my door
only
and
in
ask.
between ice cream bites.
Sure, maybe. To reset the palate.
Yeah.
Definitely forgot about my dental girl. I guess I need to hit her up or something. I forgot about that. Or she needs to get through dental school.
Yeah.
Something.
Thanks for offering that service of personal training to Jake. Because if one of us needs a personal trainer, it's definitely Jake.
Why is Brad not getting the love here? I appreciate it. I've never had a fitness trainer before, but could be fun.
Oh, I'd love to watch you go to a personal trainer. I
Okay.
just feel like they just kill you.
I'm scared to go to a spin class. Those people are probably doulas. Honestly, they love just yelling at people their own age.
Just imagine a spin class though, and you're the only one there. That's what personal training sounds like to me. They will absolutely know if you did not do 100% of the reps they asked you to do. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think there's some personal trainers where all they do is create the workout for you. Just here are the sets and the reps that you should do.
Okay.
Because I think Josh Madison's wife does that for people.
Yeah, Emily Madison, shout out.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe. Emily, weigh in 5-star review.
Yeah, come on the pod. As far as the South goes, I get her argument, but so are we supposed to, is hospitality part of the rubric? I mean, it could be. I don't
That's
know.
something that I think that almost every single region in America thinks they have the corner on. People like Southern hospitality, Midwest hospitality, like people in Minnesota. Minnesota Nice is a huge thing up there. Like,
Yeah.
So I don't think that's like, oh, if you came to their door needing something that you were in trouble, they would help you. Like, that's not just a Southern thing.
I think it's more prevalent there. But yeah, it's just tough to establish a rubric for this thing. It's like it's partly geographical, it's partly cultural, like the original 13 and everything.
Yeah.
We just don't know. I don't know where anyone is.
How can you
But
also-
Montana? North.
North, for sure. Yeah. What's his name?
That's one thing we agree on.
Cameron is in the North. The ice cream guy.
Yeah?
He's from Montana.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't think. How do you know who invented y'all? By the way,
I think
how do you know who invented a word? Unless it's like a word from like a movie or a song or something.
Shakespeare invented hundreds, if
Hundreds
not
of
thousands of words.
Which not a movie, but in his day, practically a movie.
Yeah.
His version of a movie.
Yeah. Which is cool. I like the initiative it takes to be like, you know what, I'm not satisfied with the current, dictionary we have. I'm going to add in several hundred of my own.
Okay, right now, let's think of a word.
Okay. Let's solve a problem. Is there a word that doesn't exist for like a feeling or an emotion that happens? Like, is there a void somewhere in our dictionary?
I know this is not the most sexy answer, but
Give it to
the
me
other day when I was
unsexy.
playing pickleball, I had a random pain in my toe, and I could not describe how it felt.
Let's talk. Yeah. Like an annoying pain. Like, oh, do you need to lie down? No, it doesn't like
It doesn't kill. It doesn't hurt so bad that it's like paralyzing. It's just a little.
sculping.
Yes, sculpting's a word, is it?
Sculpting?
Sculpting. Yeah, you're right. Sculpt. Let's just go sculpt.
Yeah. But you would say like if it was like a verb or like if it was a feeling. Adjective.
Noun.
Okay, sculping is not a word.
Okay,
There it is.
sculpting. Yeah, I just got a little sculpt.
Oh, is it bleeding? No, it's just kind of like that sculping pain. Yeah, that works. That's
Gosh,
great.
We're the Shakespeares of our generation.
That was so
baby.
easy. No wonder he did it hundreds of times. That was so easy. The first thing I thought of is not a word.
Sculpting. You just threw it out there. I love it.
I can't believe it worked. I'm
It
more
did,
impressed.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, how is that not a word?
That's probably a really hard. Okay, if you're listening out there right now,
Try to think of one.
I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to think of a word that you've never heard of before. I'm gonna do it too. Okay, I'm gonna think of a word. You go first. Think of a word. Say it out loud. I'm gonna say
Go first, you guys.
Santers.
What?
Santers.
Santers.
Yep.
Santers.
Santers.
I love. Oh, it's a band. Rick Santers. Santers.com.
Sarah Huckabee Santers.
I think it might not be a word.
Santers.
I love the process of struggling through it. Sandpen.
I think that's the way you gotta do it. Just like start saying something and like, oh, if that sounds like something, just keep going. It'd be like chickenophilis. I don't know. So I think it's really hard to think of a word.
That's why I was so
Sculpting.
impressed with myself right out of the gate. I just thought of a word that doesn't exist. All right, so sculping pain. Okay, thank you, Mackenzie.
Brad, Jake, what's up? Joel from Columbus. I spread 90 bags of mulch on Saturday. It took me 4 hours, and I listened to you two talk about pickleball. It seemed like the entire time. So I have a question about pickleball, thinking about picking it up. I've heard about runner's knee. I've heard about tennis elbow.
Oh my gosh.
I'm wondering if there is a body part that I am putting at risk by picking up pickleball. Is there a pickleball body part that I need to be concerned about? I really had nobody else on planet Earth to ask, so I'm asking you, the Ghostrunners, please help me. Thank you.
That is crazy.
JT, man.
That is crazy, the timing of that. That was completely on accident, too. And to make it better, even last week when you were talking about it and you're like, it's kind of like turf toe, but different, I called it pickle toe.
Oh,
like,
you did?
Yeah, I was like, oh, you got pickle toe.
Pickle toe.
Yeah.
Yes. My left index toe, I don't know if that's what we call it,
Has been sculping.
It's been sculpting like crazy, man.
Sculping hot.
Oh, man. And it's enough to be really uncomfortable, but not, I mean, you're not going to have to lay down because of it. So,
I mean, you know sculpting.
Yeah.
It's that.
yeah.
I have found my right butt cheek.
Yeah.
Which I shared with everyone. I was like, anyone else's right butt cheek kind of hurt playing pickleball?
I like how you just said it like in a different way, and you're just like, that's okay to say it like that. But cheek.
Butt cheek.
Yeah.
And no one else seems to have that same.
But then it might have been like a mental thing, but after you said it, the next day, I was like, oh, it does kind of hurt.
I think the way you like hit a forehand,
Swing it.
If you're right-handed, I think your like glutes get squeezed a little bit. I think. Hey, I've got a physical trainer. I'll just ask her.
Right. Dude.
Mackenzie.
I don't know what it is because pickleball is like we've talked about before, you can play for 3 hours and not be tired. So it's not like you're like...
Are we playing tonight?
Yeah, of course. Hope.
Yeah.
We got to find the players. Mr. James will play.
James is in.
Pickleball tonight.
What time you get
He's
off?
in.
Oh,
perfect. That's literally perfect.
I got something at 7, so see you at 8. Cool.
Okay.
We got players.
So like every single time we play, you can play forever. But then when I get done and I'm walking from my truck back to my house, I feel like I broke every muscle in my body, which I know you don't break muscles, but like I'm so sore. And the next morning I'm fine. But like something's getting worked out in pickleball that's not normal. Like I feel the tennis elbow. Do you ever feel that?
No.
Man.
We hit our forehands pretty different. It's more your elbow, my butt. Which is stronger.
Imagine if we combine those things, baby. Oh, hot dog. Hot
Should
dog.
see his butt and his elbow, huh?
Have we ever told that story on the podcast, the hot dog?
I don't even know what the story is.
Oh, you don't remember this?
I just feel like it's like a Chicago thing to say.
So when I studied abroad in Spain, we were doing like our orientation the first day, and there was this guy that studied abroad with me, Joel. I don't remember his last name, but he was from New Jersey. He either was from New York or New Jersey and went to school in the other one. But he's a Northeastern guy, had a great accent. And they were like, at the school in Spain, they were explaining all these different amenities.
Northeast.
Northeast.
I think I know where that is.
Like if you knock on their door to get lemonade, they'll be like, get the heck out of here.
I've got Waterloo, but that's it.
I don't want any trouble, huh? I don't know if that's what they say. But anyway, they were talking about all these accommodations that this school had. And they were like listing off like this bullet point list of like different things. And after every single one, he was getting so excited. He would just go, oh, hot dog.
We've got air conditioning. We got a continental breakfast.
Hot
It starts at 6 a.m. We've actually got a siesta time in the
afternoon.
afternoon.
Hot dog. Hot dog. It was awesome. Like he was especially excited, I think, about like the gym that they had available and maybe the cafeteria. But he was just like, hot dog.
We got a cafeteria full of hot dogs. Hot dogs.
Hot dogs. He was like the stereotypical like Northeastern like shrimpy little guy that you would never want to get in a fight with.
Because he's got dad strength.
You know what I mean? Like,
somewhere
or he's
inside
just
of him.
like kind of like that guy that went viral like for freaking out at that restaurant that one time.
Bagel Boss.
Yes, Bagel Boss. Not really like Joel, but like had the same energy as Joel. Like Joel was a pretty little dude, but you're like, don't mess with Joel, man.
Dude, yeah, unpredictable.
Joel loved his gin and tonics. He would always get a gin. Yeah, I'll just get a gin and tonic. And he would like never know how to speak Spanish. Like he'd be like, me llamo Joel. And we'd be like, Joel, no one can understand you. Yeah, you're right. I'll just get a gin and tonic. Anyway, but hot dog. I love when he would say that. So I would say that all the time in Spain, and I brought it back to America. People had never heard that phrase before. Hot dog.
How do you think Bagel Boss is doing? What's he up to now?
I think he's graduated to Bagel Bites. I don't know.
I saw he was on Cameo for a little bit. Thought about getting one for Trey. He was just, we thought about getting one for the video, the Short Man Syndrome video that we made. Because he had that. You saw the video, right? He's looking up at that guy. He's like, "You're not God, my father.
Oh yeah.
Or my boss."
Oh, the video of him. Yeah, I've definitely seen the video of him. Yeah. I thought you meant the one of Trey. I think I've seen that one of Trey too. But, or my boss. That was my favorite part.
Or my boss.
Oh,
good
man.
line. Well, Joel, yeah, you should be fine. You're not that guy. You played college soccer, right?
I didn't even realize that his name was Joel. I didn't even put that parallel together.
Dog.
Hot dog. That's a good irony. Oh, I'll just take a gin and tonic with Joel.
Thank you for the voice memo.
Yeah, Joel.
Hey, it's Rose. Hope you guys are staying safe. So I work as a physical therapist and first wanted to confirm that a fractured bone is the same as a broken bone, but there are terms like displaced or comminuted that elaborate on the severity of the fracture.
Neutered?
Anyways, the rest of this message is to appreciate Jake. Brad, you're also awesome, but right now we have to get on our feet for Jake.
All right, I'll be right back.
It's based on some stories from the recent episode, so I just gotta say, Jake, dude, anyone who questions whether you're funny or attractive just can't handle your level of awesome.
Let's go.
They can't handle the quick wit.
Thanks,
or
Rose.
the formal Friday flair, or the dimples, or your THICCCCC hair. You are amazingly awesome. My brother and I are still laughing about your cameo in the introvert versus extrovert video, and we definitely try to talk to our delivery guys and make them uncomfortable since seeing that. Anyways, keep up the good work. Know you always have people rooting for you in California. Bye.
California. The Midwest.
The Midwest. Midwest hospitality.
It is west of the
California hospitality.
Yeah. Get some Waterloo. Rose, that was so encouraging.
Rose wants that chili. Rose wants that chili.
If I didn't know better, I would think Rose was wanting to like start paying rent and start building a little home right in this left dimple. Is what it sounds like. She went through the dips, dude.
Thank you, Harrison.
Wow, Harrison off the clock, still serving his patrons.
That's how they do it in Chick-Fil-A and Lenexa, baby.
If you guys aren't watching on YouTube, you're missing out. A lot of things visually happening. Rose, that really is so nice, and comes at a great time, right when I'm feeling discouraged because I can't blindfold the date women, at the level that I would want to, that anyone would want to.
Can you imagine how funny they would be though if they saw how you are a funny looking guy, like that's probably the issue is that they didn't realize how funny looking you were.
Where is this joke coming from?
Like those girls didn't love you because they couldn't see you.
Oh.
But if they would have seen you, they would have been like, oh, that guy's...
Because it's really the face.
Yeah, you're very charming. You're very funny looking.
That is so kind of you, Red. Thank you.
I see you and I'm like, oh, hot dog.
Oh, hot dog. Rose, that is really kind. I'm glad you liked the little cameo. I think maybe just 2 videos in a row. My cameo on Trey's videos were just me at the door. So that's kind of become my thing now. Just kind of a delivery guy.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
DoorDash.
Yeah. All right, maybe someone will talk about you in the next voice memo, Brad.
No.
Thanks, Rose.
Hey guys, big fan from Ohio here. I wanted to let you guys know I really have enjoyed the March Madness bit without basketball. It's making it a little easier. I think that biting the tongue got less recognition than it deserved. But nevertheless, I think the person that deserves the most recognition is Steve Triplett. Regardless of 100%. Who the winner is announced tomorrow, I'm his biggest fan, and he gets my vote with whatever he wants to do. Steve Triplett, 2020, 2024, I will be there. I will be his campaign manager, whatever he needs. We've learned he's multifaceted. He can stand up for what he believes in, and but also reach across the aisle if he needs to. And so the most important part, I think, is he doesn't stink, and that's always number one. So anyway, Steve, I'm your biggest fan.
Oh man.
Wow, another voice memo. No love for Brad.
Yeah, I was gonna say not only no love for me, but literally love for my replacement.
You're what's the word now? Your paternity leave. Your paternity leave replacement.
I'm being Wally pipped by Steve Triplett.
Wally
pipped by Steve Tripp.
We'll talk to the CEO of Ghostrunners.org and see what our paternity process looks like. See if we can get Brad freed up for some or not. But
if only Steve Triplett were here to comment.
Oh wait, here he is right now.
Hey, Kirsty.
That wasn't bad. That was.
I just want to say thank you for your love for me and Jake, Caitlin, Trish. During these quarantine times, we're just having a lot of hard problems that we're trying to solve, and waking up every day with Trish is just honestly it's getting a little old for me. So that was a really good break for me, and I can't wait to take over that big boy's chair and just go to town on Ghostrunners. So thank you so much. I can't wait for that baby to come out so I can finally get my time in the spotlight.
That was great. Thanks, Dad.
Gosh, that guy. I tell you what.
Wow. In and out so fast. Thank you, Kirsty, for the voice memo. Really appreciate it.
Seriously, though, I'll say it again. Steve Triplett, funniest thing that's ever happened to our Ghostrunner story.
Yeah, it was great. And at 8 a.m., no less.
My favorite, I don't know, we already analyzed this last week, but my favorite part was he just goes, "What?"
Yeah, the silence leading up to
I
this
laughed
grand,
out loud when he said what.
reaction
What?
is such a funny concept. He's good at that. All right.
Thanks, Kirsty.
Thanks.
Hi guys, it's Heather Lee from Florida. I've been a little behind on the podcast, but I'm starting to try to catch up. I normally have been going on a lot of walks and runs as well because of quarantine, and so I'll listen to you guys while I walk, or I'll listen to a crime podcast, and I've noticed it is definitely a different walk when you're listening to a crime podcast. Today I was listening to episode 50 of you guys and just walked past a neighbor and was like, hey, how's it going? 6 feet, of course, but just feeling friendly, versus if I'm listening to a crime podcast, I will be a little more suspicious of my neighbors and like, better keep an eye on that guy. I'm not sure about him.
Hey, how's it
so
going?
I'm not saying you guys make me a better neighbor, but you kind of do. Also, today while I was listening to episode 50, at the end of the episode, I was thinking you guys should put together a compilation of all your jingles because they're all so good, and I think people would really like that. So I don't really have a question, but that is a suggestion. So keep it up. You guys are hilarious.
Heatherly, thank you. Two things. One, the compilation idea I have been thinking about for a while. Now that these are going to live somewhere permanently, the full episodes, it'll be so much easier to go back and be like, hey, let's go and get all the jingles, or just like someone could put together all of just like, I think a great idea someday would be like Ghostrunners out of context. Just like, random little sentences here and there that somewhat flow together but make no sense or are kind of funny. So that'll happen eventually. I think the first thing she was talking about reminds me of Mr. Deeds, that movie where the crazy eyes guy, he like thinks his mailman hates him. And he's like, yeah, he came up the other day. He was all like trying to cast a spell on me or something. And he's like, maybe he's just waving. And he's like, oh, yeah. So like, that's Heatherly. Like, listen to the Cry podcast. Like, this guy is just staring at me, smiling.
And he's getting rid of water through this like little pipe outside of his house, like onto his flowers. Like
psychotic behavior.
What freak is doing that?
Why would you not want water?
Yeah.
Listen to the Ghostrunners.
He had to open up this huge door to get his car out. And I was like, what is going on over there?
Like, get a normal sized door, freak.
Like, it goes from, hey, how's it going, to, hey, how's it going? Like kind of a little more of a, imposter tone.
Our garage door got fixed this week.
What was messed up?
You had to hold down the button the whole time it was going down. More annoying than you would think.
Totally. So how'd they fix it?
I don't know. Peter said, hey, I'm here to mow the lawn. He left. Garage door worked. Don't know what he did.
Peter?
He did more than mow the lawn, I guess.
I'm not going to say it for sure. I'm just going to do two different things that maybe you can put together yourself. Peter, Jesus Christ, very similar in looks. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know. But anyway, like a good neighbor, the Ghostrunners are here, is really what we would need to know.
We are your neighbors. All right, next one from Luke.
What's up, y'all? My name's Luke, and I've been listening to a couple of podcasts now. Had lots of laughs, especially about Aldi's and the marching for COVID. That was a good time. Anyway, so I wanted your opinion on a couple random foods. So cottage cheese, that's number one. Peanut butter powder, that is number two. And then the third is a Thanksgiving classic, cranberry sauce. Only the ones that come out of the can and the little rings. All right, y'all have a good one.
Luke works out, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. If he's asking about cottage cheese and protein powder, peanut butter.
Yeah.
Or peanut butter, whatever, powder.
Cottage cheese. Once upon a time, I was making a video with Trey Kennedy, and we were making things out of letterboards, just trying to be like weird, and came up with a joke right then and there that I think is still pretty funny. I said, cottage cheese, nope, got it. Milk never expires if you love cottage cheese.
Exactly.
I know that's not actually how cottage cheese works, but I think
kind of. It's like a mistake, I feel like.
Yeah. It's like the hot dog of the pig. It's like, well, we got leftovers. We can make something out of it.
Oh, hot dog.
Hot dog of the pig.
Cot cheese. Yeah, I just don't understand. I think it's fine, but no, thank you.
Very rarely do I enjoy a chunkier version of something that I already like.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Milk is good, but can it become chunkier?
Haley.
Can it become...
Oh, yeah. Do we want a milkshake? Is the Pope Catholic, Haley? Come on.
We were just speaking of daring.
Thank you.
And this is great because it doesn't become chunkier. Thicker? Sure.
Thanks, Hales.
Chunk? No.
Wow.
I think I told you that time I was DJing a wedding and the father of the bride asked me to play a song called Chunky by Bruno Mars. Got put in a really weird position. First of all, I never heard the word chunky, but I can imagine what it's about.
When Bruno Mars is singing about it, it's definitely not about food.
I kept going back and forth. Like, yeah, okay, he's the father of the bride. I should do what he says. Okay, now let's look at the other side of things. This is a song called Chunky. Probably not going to be that appropriate. Now let's go back.
That's the other side. It's a song called Chunky.
Now let's go back to the dad side. Kind of weird because the father is asking to play a song at his daughter's wedding that's about a girl's looks, presumptuously. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be about...
I know exactly your predicament.
Like, why would a dad even request this for his daughter's wedding? Like, what if my dad comes up at Caitlin's wedding? Hey, I made a little playlist for you.
It's called Wiggle.
Yeah, I want...
You know what to do.
And he's like, and make sure it's unedited. I want the explicit version.
I want all the words in there. Okay. I need all the bombs.
Do you have the Whisper song by the Ying Yang Twins? I want to start the night with that one.
Now, do you know Freak a Leak by Petey Pablo? Oh, man.
Did not end up playing it.
Good.
I was like, the Wi-Fi is weird. I only have the songs already downloaded on my computer.
He's like, no, dude, I used to make salsa every year for her on Christmas Day, and I always would make it chunky, and so that was our song. He's like, I don't think that's what it's about, man. Chunky. Chunky is just a weird word. Don't say chunky unless it's like, unless
A
you're
scary doll. And then take out the N.
Yeah, chunky.
So as far as cottage cheese goes, Brad and I, not a fan of. Second thing, peanut butter powder.
I never tried it, but don't. Why? Why would you?
Peanut butter already tastes great as it is, and it's pretty cheap. So I imagine peanut butter powder is like a cheaper version. Like if you're camping, maybe. But I'm like, peanut butter's already like.
They have some like low-calorie substitute peanut butter called P2, maybe? I don't know if that's what it's called for sure. P4, some P and something. And PB3. Is that what it's called, James? PB2! It says Haley. And I don't want to try. Is it powder?
Yeah, it's like dehydrated peanut butter.
It's like dehydrated. And do you like it?
I mean, it's good in smoothies.
Good in smoothies.
Huh.
So maybe I should try it, but.
Dehydrated. I feel like there's a new word. We gotta come up with a new word for like dehydrated gets such a bad rap. Like my body is not great when it's dehydrated, but there's like.
My body's flonked.
Like, like evaporated milk makes me feel like, well, where is it then? So I don't have any? Just add in a little evaporated milk. Just add in a little dehydrated peanut butter.
Yeah, just
like
a little flonk butter.
I'm like, for some reason in my head, it just doesn't compute. I'm like, there's going to be nothing there. If we dehydrate it, if we evaporate it,
yeah.
Where'd the milk go? We left out in the sun. Now it's cottage cheese.
Yeah, don't ruin a good thing. Peanut butter is a good thing. There's substitutes for everything out there. Just keep peanut butter the way it is, please.
There's a lot of
It's so
substitute
good.
teachers out there.
Not today. Not anymore.
What's the third thing? Raspberry rings?
Never eat the cranberries. It's
Cranberry.
At Thanksgiving. There's already way too much good food for the small real estate that you have on your plate on Thanksgiving. There's no way I'm putting even 1/16 of it with cranberries.
I would agree.
Hard pass.
I've had it before, and it doesn't crack my top 8. And
Exactly.
I've only got like 4 slots, really.
And I'm going to put at least 1/4 of that with like rolls. Love the rolls.
Rolls, mashed potatoes. There's some sort of hash brown casserole involved. Sure. Okay, next voice memo. I'm pretty sure this is the girl who DM'd us. This is her ordering in the drive-thru, her voice memo. Does that sound right? Did you see that DM?
I wasn't. Yeah. That's right.
I think this is it. So here we go. I haven't listened to it yet.
4-piece chicken nugget with some awesome sauce, and then a small fry and a small strawberry lemonade.
That's your order.
That's exactly what I order.
It's a 4-piece spicy or regular nugget.
Regular.
And I have what kind of sauce? I have barbecue, sweet sour, honey mustard, and ranch.
Do you guys not have the awesome sauce?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Okay, I'll do the barbecue sauce.
Oh.
Hey, Danielle.
That's it.
Wait.
462. Thank you.
Can we rewind that when the options? I think she said
Thank you.
something similar.
Okay.
Second one.
Regular.
She said barbecue.
And I have what kind of sauce? I have barbecue, sweet sour, honey mustard, and ranch.
Soy sauce, honey mustard, and ranch.
There's no way soy sauce is an option.
How does soy sauce crack the top 4? But sauce
That was awesome sauce. She said awesome sauce. Different, right? Isn't it sauceum with an S?
It is. But I mean, that woman definitely said soy sauce. That's Wendy's fault.
Let me do it like she did it. Okay, so I have barbecue sauce, soy sauce.
That was a good try.
Right. I know, I tried. Soy sauce? There's no way it's soy sauce.
That's what she said, though.
You get a packet of soy sauce to dip your tenders in? I've never heard of that.
I'm not that familiar with the Wendy's menu. Maybe there's something there that is a little more soy sauce appropriate.
I'm just familiar with the way soy sauce works, and you don't dip chicken in there. I don't know. Maybe she might not be from the Midwest, though.
All these restaurants
From
are
Minnesota, I think.
taking away the sauce that I like. McDonald's. So all these restaurants started to come out with their own like Cane's sauce, pretty much just yellow barbecue sauce. McDonald's came out with signature sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Wendy's did sauceum sauce. Both of those restaurants have retired the sauce.
I'll tell you one place that sauce will never get retired.
Where's that?
That is Chick-fil-A, baby! Right? This guy over here, I can't tell if he's smiling because he's wearing a mask. But
Probably. You
he's
can see in his
smiling.
cheekbones a
Yeah.
little bit, though, probably. His eyes narrow a little bit.
They will never, and all those other places are basically trying to do similar things to what Chick-fil-A already does with their sauces.
Yeah.
So,
I forgot for a second that I was in a Chick-fil-A. I was talking about cane sauce for a little bit. Not going to get invited back. Another thing, this will be very pro Chick-fil-A. Here's a challenge for you, because Isaac and I do this almost every night after pickleball. We go to McDonald's and we get like dollar drinks.
Chick-fil-A, where's your dollar drinks?
Something that never happens. In fact, it happened once, actually, and I texted Isaac about it this weekend because it was such a big deal. I said, you've missed so much. I said, Greg and I played Call of Duty together. The McDonald's worker said, how are you? The podcasting equipment I'm surprising Brad with came in the mail.
Got publicly ridiculed for no good reason.
Got milk shamed. Got mad close to our rabbit again. I had a lot to send him.
Milk shamed.
But it's such a challenge of the week. Try to get a McDonald's worker to ask you how you're doing. Every single time I go, it's the same interaction. And it's like different locations, different workers. Hey, what can I get for you today? Hey, how's it going? What can I get for you? That happens all the time. It's crazy.
No, not even like they don't even respond to your how's it going?
Yeah. No.
Hey, how's it going?
Like I'm directly asking them a question. They're like, what do you want? Like they just all do not want to be there so bad.
Really?
Like across the board. Any McDonald's you go to, they will not ask you how you're doing.
That's a
to
bummer.
the point where it seems like it's company policy. Hey, just get the order. Don't ask them how they're doing.
You do not need to know about their days.
Don't treat them like a human.
No, just take their card and let's go.
It's crazy. Isaac and I can't believe it every time.
And it's almost double challenge of the week. Go do McDonald's, do like that, and then see if you can ever not have somebody answer you at Chick-fil-A drive-thru.
Yeah.
Because how you do it? They will tell you, their sign, their Enneagram, whatever, like, when their dog died, like, they'll tell you anything that you want to know about them. Just like without even asking, how you doing today? Oh, I've been better. I woke up, one of my pant legs was, halfway ripped off my pajamas last night.
And it was kind of cut off the circulation to the point where my ankle is kind of sculpting me today.
Yeah.
Like I'm fine. I'm still here at work.
I'm fine. I had some Flonk milk and it was fine. But yeah.
How do you spell Flonk? Let's see if it's a word.
F-L-O-N-K-K.
Oh.
I bet that's not a word.
That's not how I was planning on spelling it. Nope. Looks like you're good.
Flonkerton is where I got that, I guess.
Okay, we have one last voice memo.
Hi guys, my name is Noah. I live in the Pacific Northwest. I absolutely love listening to your podcast. I've listened to each episode 5 times.
What's the review?
Is that the new record? Also, my family has a pickleball court in our backyard, and I think it would be fun to play a game. You guys against me and my dad.
Oh,
we would
Anyways,
kill you, Noah.
My question for you both is, if you could have your very own country, what would you name it?
Oh.
And what would your flag look like? Also, if you had all the equipment you needed to invent anything, what would you invent? All right, keep up the good work. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks, Noah.
Okay, Noah. A lot of things here.
First of all, 5 times through every episode, you've probably made us $100 by yourself. So thank you.
Thank you.
Make sure you listen to the whole ad.
We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. You're right.
But maybe. First of all, did not know what he said for a while. I think he said your own. How would you design your flag?
I
think that was the second
if you had
question.
Your own country, right?
Yeah, which I call everyone flaggy. That's what I thought he said at first.
I've been calling some people flaggy since the 5th grade.
Okay, your own country. I mean, mine would be called Sculptopia.
Okay, I was thinking Bradministan for mine.
In the Middle East, you think?
Yeah, like probably Gahanna, Ohio, where
Mine
Joel Trainer lives.
Would be the Middle East of Mars. Yep.
What?
Sculptopia.
What is the topography in the Middle East of Mars?
It's a lot like Western France. Remember we talked about them?
Oh, yeah.
Same.
The Alps.
I don't think so.
No? The French Alps?
Maybe. Do you know?
No, I don't.
Okay. I don't know. What would my flag be? All these questions. I don't know how to answer any of these.
My flag would just be Hattie. Just a face of Hattie.
Really?
Well, no, it's gonna be a zoomed in, so you don't you can kind of tell it's a face, but not the whole face.
I think mine would be a thing that if you see it on a screen or on print, it looks it's a 2D image that's pretty simple and plain. There's some blue and orange in there. I like those colors. However, there's little known facts about my flag. You hold up a $20 bill into the sun. You could see like watermarks and things in between it. The literal flag itself, and like sold in stores, I would have watermarks in my flag.
That's how you know it's a real flag.
Yeah, that's how you know it's real, because you see my face. And just for good measure, Benjamin Franklin's face is also in there, because it reminds me of a $100 bill.
Oh yeah, good.
Both of our faces are in there, and
verified. That's what people are going to be like, oh yeah, it's been verified.
Oh, it's been verified. It's got a watermark of his face. And then people are going to say, didn't Ben Franklin have chlamydia? And I'd say, yes, but I don't.
Yeah. I'm Norman, or whatever.
Yeah, so that would work out great. And then the third question, if you had all the equipment, what invention would you make?
Was that what it was?
Something like that. What a question.
That is so extreme.
Moon boots.
Ooh, because you're already there. You're already in Mars.
I wasn't even thinking about that, but yes, I guess I would call them Mars boots. There was an episode of Arthur where they had moon boots, and they worked really well. Had a rich kid in my neighborhood, got a pair of shoes that had springs on them. Did not work nearly as well as Arthur's did, but I have all the equipment in the world.
Okay. Gosh, I have no idea. I'm so bad at that stuff.
Well, just think about something you want, like I did with moon boots. What do you want to do?
I really want to. I would create triple decker basketball.
Ducker? Or dunker?
Triple decker.
Oh, this is cool. So you're sitting on the shoulders of two other people.
Oh no, there's 3 basketball hoops.
Okay.
3-story basketball on both sides.
Okay.
And there's trampolines, and so it's like, but they're really good trampolines. That's what I bit like some kind of ridiculously amazing trampoline. So you could get up there and you could dunk on triple decker. It's extra point, like on NBA Jam with the hot spots, you know?
Yeah, of course.
Like, that's a 4-pointer. Like you get up there in the top triple decker, you get 3 points.
Okay, triple deck basketball.
Yep.
Okay, that is all the voice memos. Thank you guys for sending them in. Always appreciate it. There's a link in our description to send us one for next week's episode if you'd like. From here, Brad, should we get into review of the week?
Review of the week. I think we should.
Okay, let's do it. We've gotten a lot this week. What did we get? We got 17 last week. We've gotten 10 just in the last 3 days. So that's awesome. One of them, just quick shout out, honorable mention, was from a guy. I assume this is a guy I went to college with. And I think he knows the guy about the poetic justice story I told a few episodes ago. And he just said, I'm sorry, Jake. You are funny.
Oh,
so I think he's apologizing on that guy's behalf.
I was curious about that one. I was like, did he say something in another review or something?
No, that's I'm pretty sure that's an SBU guy, so he knows. He knows.
Ooh, I love it. It's kind of like the petty feuds in the NBA, like where people say little things and you're like, I don't understand what it's coming from. But if you know, you know.
Gosh.
If you know about that.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know. Now I do.
Now you're filled in.
My main review of the week will be probably the jingle, but I'll say this one unless you are going to take it. Are you going to take the one from Yugajabu?
Nope, that's you.
Yugajabu is me. It says genuine dudes, good listening. I started to listen to this podcast, because I heard Jake on Correct Opinions and thought he was funny. He is funny. Turns out I love this podcast even more. Brad and Jake flow so well and have a natural chemistry that translates well into the podcast. It's purely genuine, which makes this podcast relatable, fun to listen to. And then she talked more about where she's from. She's from Georgia, lives in Kentucky, would not consider Kentucky the South culturally or geographically. I think I would agree. Maybe, but I guess the Middle East. So she's saying Kentucky's the Middle East. So thank you, Yuga Jabu.
Great username. Kentucky's definitely the Middle East.
I think so.
In my opinion, yeah, it's smack dab, Middle East. My review of the week comes from Caden Hudson. He said, hey, Joke and Brad. Don't know if that was on purpose. Hopefully.
Freudian slip.
The rest of the time, my name is spelled correctly, though, so I don't know. I've been following Jake since he was doing YouTube with Josh Horton. I remember when Jake and Josh were doing a drive-thru pun challenge live stream on Jake's birthday, which is so specific. Shout out to him for remembering. Because we only live streamed twice ever, I think. One of the words that he had to use was flippers. He asked the guys if the things that they used to flip the burgers were called flippers. The guys responded, said, no, they're called spatulas. I thought of this because my mom just asked me to grab a flipper from the store. I said, do you mean a spatula? So, just thought that would be fun to share. Sending thanks from Utah. Have a great day.
Yes. Cafe Rio, Utah, Caden.
Oh, is that the same
flippers.
guy?
No, I don't know if it's the same guy.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Every time I hear Utah now, I just think of Cafe Rio.
Cafe Rio.
Oh, man.
No one has been... I keep saying it, guys, but if you want me to tell you how they're handling COVID-19, I have the email. I could send it to you. No one is asking, but I can forward you their email, guys. It's real simple.
Like, I'm very curious about it. Go ahead. BLS30, gmail.com.
Okay. And what if I wanted to email your business or like find your business's like website or anything?
So we make it very easy. We make it. I don't know if you have Instagram.com. Instagram.com/LS Custom Creations. Have you heard of Facebook? The Facebook company.
Facebook company? Yeah, sure.
They changed that, by the way, on this next episodes of Last Dance. Did you notice that they were sponsored the first two by the Facebook company?
Did they switch?
And people they gave them a bunch of flack for it. So these last two episodes, they were just sponsored by Facebook.
Wow, quick change.
Anyway, Facebook.com/LS Custom Creations, LSCustomCreations.com,
You have your
913-327-9072.
Whoa.
I mean, it's out there. You want to text me? That's my number.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, edit it. I don't know. That's how you can send it to me.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
What's your? Someone sent us a song this week.
Yeah.
I don't know the original song. Do you?
Mm-hmm. Beverly Hillbillies?
How does it go? Just hum it real quick. Yeah, I never saw the show or anything, but okay. I know the song. Yeah, I don't know how we cover it. That's the review of the week. If you guys want to go look.
I can sing it.
Yeah?
I'll sing it for the jingle. How's that?
Oh, okay. Great. Cool. We're at an hour and a half, so we can wrap it up. Any closing thoughts, Brad?
No, not particularly. I'm getting low on my contact lenses, so I'm getting a little nervous that once I run out, how am I going to get more?
You can't buy them?
Not without going and getting prescription. Like, you have to get like your eyes checked.
They change that often?
I don't think so, but I think it's like legally maybe you're not allowed to order them. I don't know how it works.
Huh. So getting your iron tested before you give blood?
Maybe, yeah. So I have like 3 left because I just put one in the other day and it already ripped on me. Poultry of the week.
I don't know anything about contact lenses or anything.
Just know they're supposed to last more than a few days.
Okay.
Mine are, at least. Mine are supposed to last 2 weeks to a month.
Have you considered just trying to see better?
I've tried, yeah. I squint all the time. Doesn't work. Doesn't work as well.
Is that what a C-section is? They do like surgery on your eyes to help you see better?
No. It's like whenever you look like a whale, like you're pregnant, you have a lot, like, so you're in the C. It's like you're one with the C.
Like in the C-section.
And so it's like, hey, let's get that C-section out of here. And so the part that makes you look like a whale, we just excrete from your body.
Love that word.
And then the rest of you is just normal. So
cool.
Yeah, C-section.
That's fun. And then once you kind of like, you have it, then you're like back on land section. Like,
right.
Oh, you look like you could go on a beach. You look good.
Oh, hot dog. You
hot
look good.
Dog. You look a hot-looking dog.
Hot dog.
Golden retriever.
The best part was how he just he was like kind of closing his eyes and shaking his head. Oh, hot dog. Hot dog. Anyway, that's all I have as my closing thoughts, is that I'm getting nervous about my contacts. So if you're an optometrist out there that wants to fulfill my eye prescription, holler.
Okay.
5-star review.
One last question for you, Brad. How's your TikTok?
I'm sorry, I did not hear you correctly.
You want me to? How's your TikTok?
How's my TikTok? I put a few more out there. I think I actually put one out there. It's really funny. Did you see the one of Hattie?
No.
So there was some Instagram story effect or whatever where it just made her look extremely ridiculously ugly, honestly. Like, it's like one of those like scrunches you up and looks like a troll kind of.
Oh, sure.
And I just thought it was a pretty clever, funny caption of like, I said, I know every parent thinks their kid's the cutest ever, but I mean, come on. And it's a picture, or it's a video of her, and she just looks terrible.
That's funny.
It's like a really sweet little song that I put in there with it. It hasn't blown up or anything. I think it's got like 300 views or something like that, but I think it's really funny. So check it out. Woodwalker. WOODWOKKER. That sounds like a radio station. WOKKER. Kansas City.
I have a fun fact for you. You know, some radio stations, or like broadcast stations in general, they all start with either a K or a W. You ever notice that?
Okay. Yeah.
It's completely by the Mississippi River. Everything to the west of the Mississippi River, it starts with a K. Everything east is a W. Isn't that weird that we let that dictate radio stations?
Everything to the east is a W. So what? Do you know what it stands for at all?
No idea.
Interesting.
Might just be arbitrary.
Oh, I like that. I like that fact.
I remember growing up and everything was caller 10, KY3. Up here, it's KCTV5, stuff like that. And then I remember watching Bruce Almighty. And he's up in Buffalo, New York, and it was like WCTV.
Wait, so even the news stations?
I think any type of broadcast station, with like a 4-digit like letter code.
Oh, interesting.
They all start with a K or W.
So I just assumed KCTV5 was because of Kansas City.
Has to start with a K.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm almost positive. This is also information that like I learned, I think pre-Google. This is like something I heard when I was probably in 8th grade because I was just curious about nerdy stuff like this, and I've just stuck with it. Don't know if it's true anymore.
You know, the best part is that we could easily fact check this, but we're not going to. We're going to let you guys fact check it for us.
We're already here in Chick-fil-A. I don't want to use their Wi-Fi. That would be overstepping my bounds a little bit. No.
We're getting on their waves?
No, I don't want to slow them down.
No.
One last thought on TikTok.
Yeah.
Honest thoughts. For my account, I don't want to make anything for it. I'm just going to continue uploading old stuff I have.
We need to...
I remember I was like, hey, I've got a pretty exciting time in my life, about an 80-day span where I was traveling the country in a limo.
Yeah.
I got a lot of vertical content for that. Should I, make just like those TikToks that go viral that's like, once upon a time, I did this, I got on Ellen, shorten the whole thing into 60 seconds because I feel like that's pretty high chance of going viral. Or could I pretend that it's happening now? And do I have the motivation to keep up with it? Be like, I'm going to go buy a limo today with my friends. And then just like this entire summer, pretend like it's happening in real time with old videos I have. I'm leaning towards the montage.
Yeah. It's up to you. It's up. What are you trying to accomplish with it, you know?
I don't...
Not much.
Less than,
right.
than most. It's just a thought I had. I was like, that could be fun. I've got the ammunition for it.
Honestly, you could do both. You could do the montage... Because a lot of the people that are seeing your stuff are just seeing it randomly.
That's true. Yeah, they don't know.
That's what I've learned is like anytime I'll be like scrolling through and it'll be like, hey, like for part 2. I never like for part 2.
If I do,
and sometimes
I'm not coming
I really
back.
want to. Honestly, I'm like, dang. But I'm like, no, this is too much work. So you could easily, get on somebody's page once with the montage and get on somebody else's page with the other thing.
Be like
for part 2.
Cuba Gooding Jr. and radio. Both.
What's that?
I want both.
Is that about food or something?
Radio, which kind of pie you want?
Both.
I think I've seen that movie once, so I don't really know how I remember that. It came out in like 2004 probably. But all those movies at that age were just remember them like crazy. Bruce Almighty and radio.
It was the most quotable time of our lives, they say.
Yeah?
I think. I didn't Google it, but I think that's true.
Probably true.
Yeah.
All right, you ready to sing? Jingle of the week, Brad.
All right.
Also with our review of the week.
Beverly Hillbillies theme, so it's very relevant to today's...
Ooh. Do you think I could find... Do you want to do it with the instrumental? Or do you want to just go on your own?
Well, you can try it.
For your sake, could be fun. If
we
there's
have,
an instrumental.
We have headphones for the first time ever.
Karaoke instrumental track. I'm just going to click it and trust it, and we'll see what happens.
Whew. Thank you. Well, here's a little story about Jake and Brad, 2 good old Kansas boys making people's hearts so glad. Then one day while recording the pod, they looked to their side and saw a gift from God. A poultry meal, Chick-Fil-A that is, honey roast and barbecue sauce. Well, first thing you know, Ghostrunners are on a run. They're talking pickleball and having lots of fun. Then folks dead, single and free. What in the world, just how can it be? In the words of Lauren Daigle, that is. This is going. Gosh, thanks. Start again.
From the top?
I don't know. Yeah.
You get the joke. You know the thing.
Sure. I didn't pause long enough between verse 1 and verse 2. That was my fault.
That's okay. That was from what I know, I think your first time performing that song with those lyrics.
With that
instrumental in your ear live in a Chick-fil-A. So
yes,
I think they appreciated it.
Okay.
I think you did good. Do you want to keep going though?
No, I'm good.
Okay, I don't want to, cut your cords, vocal cords.
Oh, hey, I might be cutting that umbilical cord.
Do you do that? Is that like a thing?
That's like an option that I'm not going to do. I don't understand the allure to it.
I mean,
like, Dad, you want to cut the cord?
Maybe.
No.
It's just a once in a lifetime opportunity. Because I doubt anyone else is going to let you cut their kid's cord. I don't know.
And if I'm really good at this doula job, I might get more doula jobs.
You could see more business soon.
Yeah. No, I don't understand the allure to it. I also don't like when people use the third person in pregnancy things. Like, how's Dad doing? How's Mom doing? Like, talking directly.
Why do they do that?
I don't know. Baby's doing great. It's like, no. Just say he's doing well.
We're still speaking English.
Yeah. Dad, you want to cut the cord? My name's Brad, and I do not. I don't know.
What would be...
I do not want the job.
Just take
you
it.
don't want the job.
Daddy, do you want to cut the cord for mommy?
No, Big Poppy. You want to come over here and cut my cord? No, thank you.
That's weird. Well, sorry you're having to go through all that.
Anyway, if you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's what we can all say.
If you know the thing. 52 episodes, Jacob.
Yeah, we did it.
Can you believe this?
Kinda.
It's just funny to think about. It's funny to think about like the evolution of our whole podcast from going from this so mediocre setup to now look at our nice headphones and
I took 5 trips
microphones.
from my home to my car, getting all this in here. At least 5 trips, I think,
It's crazy,
that is
dude.
kind of crazy. But
It's crazy.
That's kind of I think
Can we
not that
just
I
talk-
saw this coming, but like when I start things, I'm like it's gonna. Not that it's gonna go well, but I don't know. I think I have a lot of confidence in the things that I start out.
Sure.
And so I'm not that surprised that we're here.
It's just fun to think about though. Like when we first let's just talk about this for a little bit. Like, when we first started recording our podcast, we literally put them on shelves that were like adjustable shelves for books on like in my basement that were just like, I guess we could put on this. And we had a camera that recorded our videos, but it could only record for 30 minutes at a time.
Yeah.
And so we were like, well, I hope we say something funny in the first 30 minutes or we're going to have to stop this and go back and do it. And just thinking about, and then we moved to a wood shop and then did that for a while.
We've gone from basement to a workshop to your car a couple times to my basement.
It's just crazy, man.
Yeah. And who knows where after my basement. Maybe like an actual studio at some point.
Have you ever thought about like right now, just think about one of the funnest or like best things that we've done on the podcast?
Just like a bit that we've done on.
Sure, a bit or a moment or.
The role play at Urgent Care was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I remember that happening a long time ago, which is pretty funny. I think one of my favorite things is just seeing, like unintentionally creating a community of people who are all in on the same inside jokes that I didn't necessarily see coming.
Yeah, we have so many inside jokes that are like
just on so many voice memos now end with bye bye. That wasn't even us. That was just like that was your
Get
friend.
on the feet. Yeah.
Yeah, and like everyone is like talking about like, we got a review this week. Let me try and find it real quick. It was her username is Jen from Ohio, aka the Midwest. Like just like the fact that people are so into being a part of what we're saying, like it makes it so fun.
Yeah.
And so that's probably like my favorite part of this. It's just like the community that's been created around it because it still feels so small, which is fun,
Right. Like we know like, oh, Knack Baxter just, put his, we're like, yeah, dude, what's up, Knack? Like,
yeah. I've DM'd you.
Right. Absolutely. Cole Claiborne, Kirsty Swick, whatever, and so, no, I think I have a lot of fun memories, obviously. I think the one though that like made me think like, okay, we're really hitting our stride here is whenever we recorded at like 3 a.m. and we recorded Give Me the Girth. You remember that one?
Yeah.
I remember thinking like, this is funny. Like,
really?
Like I knew that we were obviously funny people, but I don't feel like it was always like super well translated to the podcast. But I was like, this is like us actually being like goofy and normal.
Oh, that's awesome. Is that when we double-headered it?
That was the second one.
Let's just do another one.
I think, yeah. We were just like, let's just keep going. Because you were going to Hawaii or something.
I think, I was going to Colorado and you were going to New York.
New York, yeah.
And so like, let's just do 2 in a row.
New York was the XYZ, or that was the...
That was
XYZ
when I was in
one.
New York was
oh,
XYZ.
That's right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we've had a lot of fun times and learned how to become more comfortable and just be ourselves on here. And anyway, it's just fun. Obviously, we're not stopping anytime soon, but it feels like I'm just like saying like a farewell speech. I'm not. We just really genuinely appreciate everyone being in on this with us and making it so fun for us.
It is so fun. You guys are very kind and very nice. All the voice memos, very complimentary. All the reviews. It's crazy how many we get and how many are so nice.
Yeah.
It's easy to take it for granted that all the reviews are going to be 5 stars, but they don't have to be. They can be anything.
Right.
And you guys are really nice.
Sometimes accidentally they're 4 stars.
Sometimes.
Anyway.
But yeah, we still have more exciting things coming within the next month or so. I would say we have another big announcement probably coming. Brad's going to have a kid soon. And yeah.
Still taking, suggestions for names.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're not settled on one. So
wow. Okay. Well, there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed our first ever YouTube episode. Hope you enjoyed seeing Mr. James's face and hearing his voice for the first time.
Who wouldn't?
I got to see Haley's face bringing his milkshakes. If you didn't put the connection there, this is the Chick-Fil-A that I helped make some videos for a couple months ago when they were launching and everything. So we love it here. We love Chick-Fil-A, and we will see you guys next Monday.
Yes, sir. Love you, baby.
Adios.